lenders. I mean, obviously, I Google for local hard money lenders, and I would Google, or I go on Facebook, I go on Instagram, Twitter, whatever social you are, and I would look for lenders in my city. But I'd also network with real estate agents that represent investors, because they're going to have a hard money lender that they work with for their new investors. And I'll also reach out to investors that are local in my area that are wholesalers, because they're going to have hard money lenders that they know, when this person is qualified with this lender, I know that you're going to execute. And so those are my ways I tell people to, how you can source. And I always tell people, like, I like local. What we're doing now is cool. We hop on a Zoom, we can talk, it's virtual, but I need to get face-to-face with you. And the reason being is, when it comes to real estate's a local business. When you start dealing with people, there's some nuances to, I'm in Denver right now. If you've never been in Denver, it's hard for you to imagine how it's not a lot of bad areas inside the city. In Houston, we can be right here and it's jumping, and I can take you 2 blocks down and it's jumping on the opposite end of the spectrum. You follow me? So if you're trying to understand Houston, but you live in Denver and you've never been, like, you can't understand certain nuances of the market. So always get a lender that's local, so they understand where it is, whatever it is you're trying to do, and the nuances to your deal is something I always tell people. And the third thing I tell people about working with hard money lenders is, don't work with a lender that won't educate you on what it is you're doing. Like, I've talked to so many people, I start asking questions about their loan, and they're like, well, I don't know. Well, I don't remember. Like, wait a minute. You don't, like this, you're supposed to work with somebody that explains this to you. This is how you prevent from getting foreclosed on. So one other thing I'd like to say about hard money lenders, going back to the cost of them and a perspective I give brand new investors, is this. Most investors, especially if you have a little bit of money, so I talk to investors who may have, chunks of cash, and they say, well, I don't need a lender, I can do it cash. I say, well, let me give you a different perspective. One of my lenders in Houston has done over 4,000 loans in Houston, hard money. I say, now imagine you go to him. Do you think he knows how to underwrite a deal that's better than you? Yes. I say, number 2, you've never done this before. So regardless of what you learn on the podcast, or regardless of what you learn from your mentors or whatever the case may be, none of them are invested in the deal. This guy's going to give you the money to buy it and fix it. He's done over 4,000 deals. He's a quasi partner for you, because think about it. If he approves this deal that you have, that means it's a deal that can make money, because he's not going to lend you the money. He's not going to give you his money to lose. So he's a partner. Now, yeah, he's paying you to be his partner, but if you're a brand new investor and you want, to me, I tell people, don't try and convince yourself of a deal. Get a consensus. So you got the person who's selling you the deal that says it's a good deal. Then you got your own knowledge that says it's a good deal. But then you got your hard money lender who's evaluated everybody's perspective and independently is saying whether or not it's a good deal. So now you got the consensus of people that all say that this is a good deal, which now you as the novice, the beauty is, see, real estate's a team sport. So when you properly understand having this consensus of people that all agree, everyone on your team, Martin, I'm doing a podcast. Everyone on your team understands, sees this is all a great deal. So now you can move forward with confidence. You don't have to second guess the deal.
And that's